we are looking at Spanish Dance by Theodore Austin. This is a romantic period piece in binary form. Binary form means that there's an A section and a B section, and usually the A section is played twice and then the B section is played twice. This is in 3/4 time, triple meter. It is in A minor. It has a whole palette of articulations, staccato, slurs, accents, and mainly this piece consists of a left hand repeated chord pattern while the right hand plays a melody above it, so very homophonic. I would say the main technique you would need to perform this piece is a nice loose wrist bounce for those repeated chords. So very firm fingers, relaxed wrist, and then you're going to be making like a dribbling motion with your arm, a hand bounce. Okay, so let's take a look at the A section, which is measures 1 through 8. So it's all loud. Measures 1 through 8 is all forte. The left hand, in the book that I am using, Masterpieces with Flair by Jane Magrath, book 1, the left hand has staccato marks on the first 2 measures, and then after that it says sempre staccato. Sempre means always, so always staccato. So you're going to play nice and detached for the left hand for the whole piece. Let's go over the left hand chord progression first. We're going to do left hand before right hand today. So it starts with A minor. It's A and C. A minor is really A, C, E, but we are just going to stick with A and C. The 5th is omitted. And then it goes to E7, which, by the way, this is one of the reasons why we know it's an A minor, is you got this beautiful G sharp right here, which means harmonic minor, the 7th of A. So we're going back between 1 and 5/7, A minor. And then at measure 6, you have a C major chord in second inversion, and then a G7 chord, G, B, F. It's missing the 5th, but that's common. And notice too that G7 doesn't belong in A minor. G is now not natural. This belongs to C major. So there's a temporary modulation to the relative major right here. You have a nice 5/1, 5/7/1 cadence, an authentic cadence right here. First, just practice the chord progression. Go back and forth between the different changes and make sure you can play from chord to chord really comfortably. Okay, so now let's take a look at the right hand. The right hand, finger 3 starts on A, and the main focus here is going to be on the articulations, the staccatos, the slurs, and the accents. Remember, everything is forte, and we have some hand shifts too to look at. So we have, notice how my hand shifted up each time. So it starts with 3 on A, then 1 on A, then 1 on C. So my hand is shifting up in small shifts to the new position. Okay, now 3 on E. Had a finger crossover there, and another crossover. That's very common, finger 2 crossing over to the G sharp, because it'd be much easier to do this than this, where your thumb is shorter and you have to kind of twist to come up. More shifts. Finger crossover. Now I'm doing 2, so now my 3 is on E, and so I shift 1 more time to get the 4 there. You could just cross finger 3 over though, and that would mean less overall adjusting, like this. So whichever one's more comfortable. Okay, so that's the right hand. Notice all the staccatos and slurs, staccato detached, slur connected, and then accent, play louder than the other notes. Okay, putting it together now. All right, I had a little bit of a problem going from here to here. I don't think I was playing 2 and 4 on A and C though, now looking at the fingering. So my mistake, I'm going to play 5 to the 8 again, see if I do it smoother now that I have fingers 2 and 4 on A and C. Oh yeah, that's much easier. Yeah, so get in the habit of checking your fingering. Do as I say, not as I do, because of course I made that mistake the first time. Get in the habit of checking the fingering as you play. Make sure that the fingering is comfortable because there's more than one option. And usually in music, they'll only write out one option. So if it's not comfortable, play around with it, see what does work. Blocking is really good for that too. But make sure that you choose a good fingering and that you stick with it. Okay, let's look at the B section. So B section, we now have more dynamic contrast. Measures 9 and 10 are piano, 11 and 12 are pianissimo, which is very soft. To play pianissimo, which is difficult, it's harder to play soft than it is to play loud. So to play pianissimo, either think I'm going to play halfway down the key, which is, when you're playing fast, that's impossible. You're still going to hit the bottom of the key. Or you can think I'm going to play with half my weight. So piano, you'd be playing with, I don't know, 3/4 of your weight. Pianissimo, you'd be playing with half your weight, the weight of your arms. So definitely practice making a contrast between your piano and pianissimo. That's not an easy thing to do. It'll probably need some work on its own. Okay, so going over the right hand fingering, it's very similar to the beginning, just small adjustments. So you have piano. Then pianissimo. And then we're back to forte, and it's back to the beginning. And then we have our little change here. Accent. 4 over, then 3 plays A. Your thumb reaches to the E, like so. All right, let's put it together. And then remember, left hand, firm fingers, always firm fingers in both hands, really, but there are times when it's so crucial. So firm fingers, loose wrist, and bouncy arm, hand, wrist. I hope you enjoy learning and practicing this piece. Happy practicing.